Okay, there's one more concept I'm going to talk about. Okay, something called as a clean dry waste. Like you have Milma packets. You have Milma packets at home. You have Mirinda bottles at your place. Now what I would talk about is a clean dry waste where you actually clean it up and then keep it aside. This can directly go for recycling. Now Mathrubhumi is involved with the SEED program. I hope you're aware of this program with Mathrubhumi. We are collaborating for the last few years. We had the honor of having Dr. Abdul Kalam inaugurate it at Kottayam with us. It was a beautiful experience for all of us. With some 2,500 school children were there, and they were all part of this wonderful experience of actually segregating plastic. And it's something like Ripley's Believe It or Not. You must see it to believe it. The plastic was so beautifully cleaned and segregated. I have the sacks in my office, in my lab back in Chairatala. If you come and see it, and we tell people that children did this, you have to actually believe it. So we strongly feel that you all can actually work through this process of segregating your dry and wet waste. Okay, now of course the e-waste, I'm talking of computers, cell phones, electronic devices. We don't have major government procedures for all this. And we have bio-waste, which normally people go in for incinerators. If you have apartments, institutions, you can tie up with hospitals where they have incinerators and then give your bio-waste to these hospitals where they can start incinerating and burning it off. Okay. Now organic waste, I don't have to explain too much in detail. The wet waste, we have the kitchen waste and your garden waste. You have this, these pictures tell you what it is all about. Also the garden waste that come from after gardening inputs, we talk of flowers, weeds, leaves, grasses, small branches, twigs and cutting prunings, all these come under the garden waste category. Please don't include soil and rock and napkins and paper bags or anything from the garden, and because they cannot be recycled. Okay. Dry waste can be paper. You see here the paper waste here. Now if you see the paper cups, how many of you use paper cups? Nobody use paper cups? All of you use paper cups, right? Paper cups actually come with a small laminated plastic lining. Okay, if you get a chance to go back today and tear that layer of the paper cup lining, it will differentiate into two layers. One is your the lining of the plastic, and then you have the paper lining. Okay, now what happens is that this again comes under the category of bad management, waste management, because the paper cup, you take out the laminated paper lining and then put the paper for this waste. Now we all know what paint is made up of. You all have studied about paints, right? So what is paint made up of? No, normal paints will be made up of very hazardous chemicals. We all know they all made up of very, very hazardous chemicals. Nowadays people want fluorescent paints. You've heard of fluorescent paints? So for that again you have to add cadmium or zinc, to make it fluorescent. Now the more comfort zone we enter into, the more carbon footprints we are actually adding on. It's a very negative thing what we are doing. We are going more and more carbon negative with more and more comfort zone increase. Okay. Hazardous waste also includes these syringes, used syringes, needles, chemical bottles, bulbs, tube lights, CFL bulbs. They are actually very, very dangerous and very hazardous. E-waste, I think all of you know what it is. So all of you are all e-hooked all the time. Either you have a mobile, or you have some laptop, or you have a PSP, or you have a computer, or you have CDs. These youngsters nowadays don't know how to communicate with each other normally. They are all on WhatsApp all the time. They only either in WhatsApp or you're sitting on Facebook or Twitter and communicating. You don't know the normal way of communication. That's gone. So you're all e-people. The waste you generate out of this is so much. That's a big thing to start thinking about. If you start communicating normally, you won't even be generating this waste at all in the first place. Okay, I hope you all agree with me on this. How many of you agree with me on this? That's so nice. I have students raising their hands up. Very nice. Okay, so when I talk to children, normally tell them start climbing trees, move around, jump on the, play football, run around, People don't do that these days. I was just talking to my staff about this in the morning. Okay, I'll give you some solutions which we very, very strongly recommend, that we actually doing it. We are going on a big scale in the city of Bangalore. where we have into 15-20 apartments have taken up this. We have a very, very strong success story with Mr. Krishnadas Menon's place here in Cochin itself. And this is with respect to our product called Pelrich Composoft. Now I'll just brief you through about the normal ways of composting, what is being done nowadays. You know about this vermicomposting? You heard of this? What is vermicomposting? What is vermicomposting? Please, I want a dialogue here, not a monologue, okay? What is vermicomposting? You know, but you heard of vermicomposting? So what is vermicomposting? Just give a one-line or two-liners, fast. Composting using worms. So what do the worms do? They take up the material for composting as their food and start growing and then convert the whole thing into a manure. Okay? Now the vermicomposting is a very common procedure wherein you can use different types of your biodegradable waste and convert it into a very value-added product. Now vermicomposting is an all-natural product for recycling nutrients in food waste. The method employs soil, bedding and bred worms. Over time, they get converted into manure or a beautiful compost. Now biogas plants also is one solution for your biodegradable waste. Now what does biogas plant do? Have you seen a biogas plant? What you have seen? I think you should go and see a biogas plant where normally kitchen waste is converted into the biogas which can be used as a fuel in all residential homes. Now this particular biogas plant has a disadvantage where you cannot use any acidic or polyphenolic materials. I just want you to go back and do another homework on what is polyphenolic materials or acidic materials. Tamarind, lime, which contains tartaric acid, citric acid, anything that is acidic is having a polyphenolic nature. Now these will start killing the bacteria which is present there and they cannot be used in a biogas plant. Now it's produced as a result of methane fermentation happening because of the bacteria present inside which is going to act as the media for the composting to actually happen. Now if you have an acidic pH, what happens? It kills these bacteria and the composting will not happen. Okay, how many of you have actually done curd, milk and curd in your home? You have prepared curd, right? So how do you prepare curd? I mean, are you very particular about the temperature of the milk? You have to be prepared about the temperature of the milk because it's very crucial. It has to be a mildly warm condition to allow the bacteria to grow. What is the bacteria growing in curd? Lactobacillus. You know why you take curds? Why can you take milk? Why are you taking curds? Curd is from milk, right? Curd is from milk, right? Don't agree? Yes. Yeah, but why do you take curds? Okay, I'll just give you a clue. Now, curd contains this bacteria, this lactobacillus, right? So, this bacteria, once it enters into your system, it will create a biochemical pathway to synthesize vitamins in your body. Can you imagine what this bacteria can do in your body? It's amazing. They're all small organisms, but once they enter into your body, they can trigger the synthesis of vitamins. So the process is called as biosynthesis. Anything synthesized in the body is called as biosynthesis. Same thing with cholesterol. Cholesterol also synthesized inside the body. Insulin is also made inside the body. You have hemoglobin. You know, all these things are actually inside the body. They are all products of biochemical pathways. Now when you have iron, you take lot of iron, lot of chira, greens into your body. You don't take vitamin C, then absorption will not happen. Okay, you go back to your traditional type of food systems. You will always see people eating chira with lime or amla or citrus because they want to absorb the iron. Same thing with calcium. Calcium will not be, when you take calcium, please take vitamin D, otherwise absorption will not happen. Go back to traditional form of cooking. Now why I am talking to you about all this is, curds has this, the bacteria triggers an enzymatic pathway to actually synthesize vitamins in your body. So even if you don't take your vitamin capsules anything, you start taking curds, it's going to help you a lot. Now nowadays what doctors do is they prescribe lactobacillus spores along with your antibiotics. That's what is happening nowadays. Pediatric doses come with lactobacillus small packets because children don't take curds. So there is no vitamin production inside the body. Okay. Now I am talking to you about this bacteria because here we are talking about similar bacteria which can actually create a beautiful compost. Now this organic waste like dead plants and animal materials, animal feces and kitchen waste can be converted into a gaseous fuel called biogas in an oxygen free environment. That's called anaerobic condition. Anaerobic is absence of oxygen, aerobic is presence of oxygen. Now biogas originates from biogenic materials and is a type of biofuel. Okay, if you get a chance, please go and see biogas plants, and you can actually set it up in your own homes. Small biogas plant units, use your own kitchen waste, convert them into these biofuels. I'm sorry, the composting here is actually the advanced composting using aerobic assistance. I'm talking to you here about our proprietary product which we have developed in our own R&D lab. This is called as a Pelbridge Compost Sorb. The word compost sorb is actually a combination of composting and absorbing. Now our proprietary product is a lignocellulosic based material in which you can use anything. You can also put acidic materials, you can put basic materials, you can put any biodegradable materials, it can get composted within 30 to 45 days. Now here we have a very simple protocol which we can also do a demonstration here. We normally sandwich layers of the kitchen waste with your organic Pelbridge Compost Sorb layer, and after 30 to 45 days you get a beautiful compost, okay, which can be used as we convert this into an organic planting media. Now when you normally talk about a compost, people normally think about converting it into a fertilizer or a manure, right? But in our case, we convert it into a potting media. We use the word soil-less planting media. We don't need to have any soil. The electrical conductivity of this media is less than 1, which can actually be used for potting seedlings. That's exactly what Mr. Menon is doing at his apartments. They have actually converted a complete concrete building apartment complex into a beautiful green place only by using their kitchen waste. I think he needs a big round of applause for this. They've been doing it very, very systematically for the last so many months. They have tested out with all our samples. They have been very patient enough with us and dealing with our samples and products every month. And they have come out with beautiful compost. They have grown tomatoes, they have grown chilies. Now they are taking out harvesting chira now in their apartments. Can you believe this? Can you think about auctioning some tomatoes from your own school? I'm going a little extreme, okay? You should start thinking about that. Start auctioning your own tomatoes from your own school apart. Create your own compost media, grow your own tomatoes, grow your own chilies, and start giving it to your own kitchen, your canteen. You start auctioning your own tomatoes, Delta tomatoes. That is pure organically grown by children. You can actually start doing it from NOW, I told you earlier. Okay, now I told you this concept here is simply sandwiching your layer of the organic wet waste with the Pelbridge Compost Sorb, and at the end you get some beautiful product which can convert into a soil-less media. Now the most important thing about this, it can remove any kind of bad smell, okay, any obnoxious gases coming out. The compost herb has a beautiful property of absorbing smell. So you never get any smell when you're doing the composting. So we give you tailor-made solutions here. Can I have the garden kit? So in the garden kit, we also give you the composting agent, the compost herb, and also we give you pots where you can grow your own vegetable in your own balcony or terrace using your own kitchen waste. In Bangalore, it's a concept called Uta from Tota. So you create your own food from your own garden, create your own garden from your own food. The concept is very nice. You can create your own food from your own garden by using your kitchen waste and then composting it. And of course, for apartment complexes, for residential apartments, for centralized institutions, corporates, hotels, educational institutions, we give you these well-rich compost soil. Individual homes, okay, this cannot be used for bigger apartment complex. I am talking to you about individual homes where you generate around half a kg of organic waste in a single day. Okay, now so what I have here is I am going to give you the, I have 7 pots kept here, okay, I have 7 pots, they are all normal 8 inches pot where you normally grow any plant. You can talk about roses or tomatoes or chilies or chira, whatever. These are very normal plants, 8 inches pots. Now the first, you have 7 pots now, right? In your first pot, what you do is start sandwiching your layers of your organic compost soil and the wet waste. Sandwich. Keep 1 layer of compost soil, add 1 inch layer of 1 to 2 inch layer of your wet waste. Keep sandwiching this layer. Maybe after a week or so, it will start getting filled up. Now I am talking to you about a very normal household of 4 people, which can generate around half a kg of wet waste. Okay, that's what I am talking to you about now. Now you start filling this up, close it, leave it for composting. So how many days I am going to get a compost now? Maybe around 40 days, 35 to 45 days, I will get a beautiful compost. The disintegration and the composting is going on, happening day in and day out, and the composting is going on till the end of the 45 days. Once the 7th pot is filled up, the first pot is ready to be used as a potting media. You can start growing your tomatoes and chilies. So you can keep on increasing. So the composting, the decorative composting, the property is that the volume keeps on reducing. So what was actually 3/4 of your pot in the beginning will come down to half. That will again come down to 1/8. That will go 1/16. It will keep on reducing. So what you need to keep doing at the end of every 35 to 40, to keep on topping up with your media. Now I don't have to tell you about the nutritional capacity of the media because you have only added all nutritious food into the wet waste, right? So the nutritional capacity is going to be so strong that you will end up getting beautiful organically grown vegetables. You can actually add a few more organic fertilizers also, and for complementary kit we also give you organic immune boosters and organic pesticides so that you can enjoy your gardening at your own balcony in your houses. Now this concept is picking up in Bangalore for individual houses. People have bought these garden kits from us and they have created their own terrace gardening and balcony gardening and started growing their own kitchens. Now little children who are around 5 to 6 years of age, they are wondering, they don't know how a tomato is grown. From where they looked at potato and they're looking at the plant and they say, where is potato? They don't know potato is grown underground. They don't know that carrots can be grown underground. They're looking at, they are kind of, weird. They look so amazingly at how vegetables are grown. Now we give you we create a platform where you can actually show little children about how they can themselves put a seed, they can themselves grow a seedling and see how a tomato, chili, we have Mr. Krishna Menon's neighbor who had one full area full of bitter gourd. So beautifully grown from their own kitchen waste. Now, like Mr. Menon is, I should say a champion in his apartment. In all apartments, you will find some 2-3 people who are champions, who will be so passionately working on wet waste management, who will go any level to see that you have only success stories. Make sure that you have aeration from the bottom. You have to have aeration from all sides, and you have the Tedai bins which come with aeration from the sides also, but that can actually create some stench or worms can keep coming out. Now what we suggest is to put holes here and then leave some layer of a small newspaper sheet or something and cover it up. Okay, and then leave it for complete composting for around 40 to 45 days. Okay, now I just make a small demonstration here. Now what I am talking to you about here is only for your domestic kitchen management. I am talking to you about individual houses. Okay, with small houses. If you are in apartment complexes, I put a small layer, maybe around a 1 inch or 1.5 inch layer of Peltrich compost soil. Okay, the Peltrich compost soil is containing sawdust. You can have lignocellulosic materials like coir pith, etc. along with a proprietary inoculum which contains a combination of fungus which can degrade anything, including very tough bones and pieces. Okay, so you can put even non-veg waste into this, it will get completely composted. Now please give a time of 40 to 45 days if you have more of organic non-veg content. It may remain as such in the form of pieces, but please don't bother. They will all add to the nutrition when the plant starts to grow. So please don't worry that you have big pieces, you don't have any powdery material or anything. Okay? As long as the composting is happening, only thing that you have to make sure is what? Your dash is proper. What? Your segregation is proper. Go back to the slide number 2 or 3 where I am talking to you about segregation. Please don't mix any batteries or anything or antibiotics. You know, tablets. Antibiotic tablets are there, right? The moment you put this, what is the meaning of antibiotic? Anti is against. Biotic is against microorganisms. You use antibiotic only when you have a bacteria or a fungal infection, right? Doctor prescribes. So what happens? The antibiotic kills the bacteria or the fungi. So please don't use antibiotics tablets by mistake. If you put it into this, what happens? The fungus present in the compost soil will get killed. So please don't do that. Please be very cautious about what you are putting into your wet waste. Please make sure that there is no plastic, there is no metal, there is no aluminium, there are no batteries, there are no medicines, there are no syringes. Completely segregate your dry waste and the wet waste. That's first thing that should strike your mind before you start composting. Make sure that, please understand that the fungi that are growing here are live organisms. You have to provide an environment for them to start growing and then create a beautiful compost. Okay, you're all with me? So your segregation is the key for success here. I think Mr. Menon will actually tell you great things about segregation because he finds it the biggest challenge in waste management. So what have I done here? I've actually, so now what we've done is we have put 1.5 inch layers of the Pelbridge compost soil, the proprietary organic composting agent here into the pot. Please make sure you have holes at the bottom to provide some aeration from the bottom also. After that, we again put around 1 to 2 inches. You can put 1 inch of compost soil and 2 inches of your food waste which does not contain any which contains only biodegradable materials and no non-biodegradable material. Please make sure, in case you have it, when you're taking it, you can get a feel about, oh my goodness, I'm seeing some paper. Paper is okay, paper will take some time, but please make sure that you don't have plastic or paper or antibiotic or anything. Again, you put 1 layer of Pelbridge compost soil. Always make sure that the topmost layer is your organic composting layer. So even if you have any obnoxious gases coming out, the compost soil will actually absorb the smell. You will not have any smell coming out of the composting bin. Again, you put 1 more layer of the food waste. Again, maybe around 2 inches of the food waste on top of that. Again, make sure that you have again 1 more inch of layer of the Pelbridge compost soil. Now make sure that your uppermost layer is always the organic composting agent. Okay. So this can go on till your pot is completely filled with your organic waste. Topmost layer is your Pelbridge compost soil. Leave aside, close with some paper or wood or whatever you want. Make sure that you have aeration and leave it aside for how many days? 30 to 45 days. Okay. At the end of that, you will get a beautiful compost. Okay. Now this is what you can do in your individual homes. You can start doing this in your school. You can convert all these pots into your own garden. Use your own waste. All of you, first thing is do not waste food, okay? In case you waste food, please make sure that you convert it into your own food by growing these vegetables in your school. You can try this method by using these pots. Okay, so some technical information about Pelbridge compost soil, a spongy material that can enable free air movement in the composting substrate. Okay, don't worry, the fungus and the inoculum that we're using here is highly non-pathogenic. You can even touch it with your own hands. Absolutely toxin free. It's a very nice material. Now, by virtue of the amorphous nature, it can absorb the leach by providing continuous air supply to aerobic composting and maintain hygienic conditions. Please make sure that there is enough aerobic condition, air circulation for the composting to happen. And unlike the conventional methods which provide organic fertilizers, the Bell-Ridge Compost Heap can give you a beautiful soilless planting media where you can directly plant a seedling into the pot and grow your own plants. Now the planting media will keep on composting with nutrients to the plants. Now, this provides infinite options for dumping your compost that can keep generating in a kitchen. Do I have time? Can I go ahead? I want me to go a little faster? Yeah, sure. Okay, so I told you about these garden kits where we have the compost heap, we have the pots and 2 complementary organic agents for immune boosters. Okay, so what we did here is a very simple thing. I told you, we demonstrated the whole thing to you. Now the second thing that we are using for big apartments, institutions where you have an apartment complex like what Mr. Menin's place. They have 40 to 50 apartment complexes. We can have a small demonstration here. We have what is called as a pet shop bin, which is a 400, 300, 400, 600 liter capacity huge fiber reinforced plastic vessel which contains aerating pipes from the bottom to the top to enhance the aerobic condition of the microbe. Now we can show you a small demonstration with that also. We have aerating pipes, we have intermediate mesh and net. Now why we keep a mesh and net at the bottom is, now wherever there is organic composting happening, you have some leachate liquid coming out. So the leachate liquid is actually very, very highly organic. It can be used as a manure for your plants. So for collecting the leachate liquid out, we have a mesh and we have a tap to allow the leachate liquid to come out, which can be collected and used for your plants. Okay, and so can we do a demonstration there also? Open bed composting, I told you this is completely an aerobic process. So in converting your waste into a garden, I personally at Pelican we believe it's a responsibility. Okay, so when being irresponsible is something that we can talk from waste to garden. You know, the concept of being irresponsible will come. But please be responsible to convert your waste into your own garden. Just 5 more minutes, sir. Can you give me 5 more minutes? Yeah? Okay, fine. Now why I'm talking to you about so many things about wet waste management is because of this simple thing. Please look at this slide here. Every 1000 square feet city will destroy 4,000 kgs of vegetation. Now one coconut tree, it was there. Now I believe these trees are so many years old. They have contributed so much to the carbon dioxide level here that the moment you start cutting down the trees and bringing in your concrete buildings, you've actually cut down on your carbon dioxide level. So what's happening is, I should say, global warming. Yeah, all of you know about this, right? Now what's happening is every time, like Sajid also is mentioning in his talk, we are having increase in temperature. 1 or 2 degrees can completely alter your climatic conditions, your water conditions, the animals, plant growth, everything can get altered by simply a 1 degree rise in temperature. Now you can imagine what will happen if you have a 3 to 4 degree rise in temperature. Okay, it's something which you cannot even think of. So what, at Pelican we have brought up a concept called as vertical gardening. So you all are living in apartments, right? So you don't have space at all, except for your balconies which you have.